Right now, America is in a trade war. Not with one country, not with two, with almost everyone. Tariffs on China, tariffs on Europe, tariffs on Canada, Mexico, Japan, South Korea, India. The average tariff rate just hit the highest level since 1946. Every American household is paying an extra $1,300 a year because of it. But here's the question nobody's really asking. What if it got worse? What if America put up a wall, not on the border, but around its entire economy? What if we went to trade war with every single country on Earth at the same time? Before we go there, you need to understand what a tariff actually is. It's simple. When a company imports something from another country, say a TV from China, the government charges a tax on that product before it enters the country. That tax is a tariff. The idea is that foreign products become more expensive, so you'll buy the American-made version instead. Sounds logical, right? Protect American jobs, keep money in America. Except there's a massive problem with that logic. America doesn't make everything. You can't just slap a tariff on bananas and expect Alabama to start growing them. Your phone has parts from 43 different countries. Your car has steel from Brazil, chips from Taiwan, rubber from Thailand. Even an American-made product is only about 60% American on average. So when you tariff imports, you're not just taxing foreign companies, you're taxing American companies that need foreign parts to build things. And guess who pays at the end? You do. Okay, so let's run the scenario. What if America imposed 100% tariffs on every single import from every single country? Not 10%, not 25%, 100%. That means everything imported costs double. Your $30,000 car, now $45,000. Your $1,000 iPhone, try $1,800. A $5 bag of coffee, $9. Groceries, gas, clothes, electronics, medicine, all of it skyrockets. Economists estimate that a full trade war would cost the average household somewhere between $5,000 and $8,000 per year. That's not a theory, that's math. But the prices are just the beginning. Here's where it gets really ugly. Every country America tariffs will tariff us right back. It's called retaliation, and it happens every single time. When America raised tariffs in 1930 with the Smoot-Hawley Act, 25 countries retaliated within months. Global trade collapsed by 65%. Unemployment hit 25%. It didn't cause the Great Depression, but it made it significantly worse. Now imagine that, but in a world that's 10 times more connected. So, America puts up 100% tariffs, every country retaliates. American farmers are the first to get destroyed. The U.S. exports $180 billion in agricultural products every year. China, Mexico, Canada, Japan, the EU, they're our biggest customers. If they all retaliate, those customers disappear overnight. Soybeans rot in silos, corn prices crash, cattle ranchers can't sell beef. American farms start going bankrupt, thousands of them. Next, manufacturing. American factories don't just sell things, they buy things. Raw materials, components, semiconductors. With 100% tariffs, those inputs now cost double. So American manufacturers have two choices: raise prices and lose customers, or eat the cost and lose money. Either way, factories start closing, jobs start disappearing. The auto industry alone imports $200 billion in parts every year. If those parts double in cost, American cars become more expensive than foreign alternatives. The very thing tariffs were supposed to prevent, America losing competitiveness, is exactly what happens. Then the stock market reacts. In 1930, when Smoot-Hawley passed, the stock market dropped immediately. Investors don't like uncertainty, and a trade war with the entire planet is the definition of uncertainty. Markets tank, retirement accounts shrink, consumer confidence collapses. People stop spending, businesses stop hiring, the economy starts contracting. Now here's the thing people forget. A U.S. trade war doesn't just hurt America, it hurts everyone. The U.S. economy is $28 trillion, the biggest in the world. When we stop buying, the entire global supply chain breaks. China loses its biggest customer, factories close, millions lose jobs. Germany can't sell cars, Japan can't sell electronics, South Korea can't sell semiconductors. Developing countries that depend on U.S. trade, devastated. Global GDP contracts. The World Trade Organization starts breaking down. Countries start forming trade blocs without America. China, the EU, Japan, and others start cutting deals with each other, excluding the U.S. The U.S. dollar, the world's reserve currency, starts losing its status. Countries don't want to hold dollars if they can't trade with America. If the dollar loses reserve status, America can't borrow money as cheaply. Interest rates spike. Mortgages become unaffordable. The housing market collapses. This isn't just a recession anymore. This is a restructuring of the entire global economy. Here's the scariest part. We've seen this movie before. 1930, the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act. Over 1,000 economists signed a letter begging the president not to sign it. The head of J.P. Morgan said he almost got on his knees to beg. Henry Ford himself drove to the White House to try to stop it. The president signed it anyway. 25 countries retaliated. Global trade fell 65%. Unemployment hit 25%. The Great Depression wasn't caused by tariffs alone, but tariffs turned a crisis into a catastrophe. It took World War II, the largest economic mobilization in human history, to pull America out. And today, the global economy is infinitely more interconnected than it was in 1930. Back then, imports were 4% of U.S. GDP. Today, they're over 13%. We're 3 times more dependent on global trade than the last time this went wrong. So what's the answer? Is all trade good? Are all tariffs bad? Not necessarily. Targeted tariffs on specific industries can work. Steel tariffs in the 2000s saved some American steel jobs. But blanket tariffs on everything from everywhere? That's never worked, not once in history. The lesson isn't that trade is perfect. The lesson is that economic isolation is always worse. In a world where your morning coffee comes from Colombia, your phone comes from China, your car comes from 5 countries, and your medicine comes from India, cutting yourself off from the world doesn't make you stronger. It makes you more expensive, less competitive, and more vulnerable. The last time a major country tried to trade war the entire world, it helped turn a recession into the worst economic disaster of the 20th century. The question isn't whether trade wars are good or bad. The question is whether we'll learn from the last time, before it's too late. If you want to see how one person destroyed a 233-year-old bank, watch this next. Subscribe to Theoretical Realities for more stories like this.